Okay guys, welcome to a full $300 inventory that you can pick up in CSGO right now in the middle of April. These prices are accurate as of the 15th of April. And it's also worth mentioning that if all of these guns, the prices I'm putting up, are non-stat track versions, because I'm using the server to generate them, you might see stat tracks because that's what I own. But just keep in mind, all these prices are for the non-stat track versions, and the prices and the wear condition will pop up on the screen at the top for you as well. But this is going to be the $300 inventory video. Hit that like button if you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button if you're around here, and let's dive right into it. And we are going to kick things off with an up this time, and we're going to pick up a minimal wear up for $54. So now that we're going to $300, we can spend a bit more. $54 on this beautiful minimal wear chromatic aberration. This is the duality with the two options I was considering for it, because they're just without a doubt the two best opskins in that price range, especially for the wear condition. I went for the chromatic aberration because I have the personal preference for it. It is what I'm working towards getting myself. It looks amazing on the scope, and this is the op we're going to run with. And much like the other budget videos, as we increase from one tier to another, going from 200 to 300, you might get some overlaps, and this is evident with our Desert Eagle, because we're going for a minimal wear Ocean Drive again, which is just under $24. But for me, with how this gun wears, as we're getting a very unique animation, with how the skin wears in general, it just looks good in minimal wear. There, you can see the scuffs there, you can see some markings, but it still looks bright, it still looks clean, and it's one that you can obviously sell in the future and upgrade to a better version if you want. The AK is going to be a minimal wear in Neon Revolution for just under $50, and this gives you an idea of what we're going for in regards to the theme for today's inventory. This one I know is super hit and miss with people. Some people love it, some people hate it, because it's essentially a stock AK with the green and like pink paint on top of it, and that's not for everyone. For me, I like it though, especially with the sort of vibe we're going for with the chromatic aberration op, and I think it looks cool. There are alternatives to this AK, there's plenty of them. You can chop it around if you want, but this is my pick for the $300 budget. For the Glock, you're going to go and pick up a field tested Neo Noir. Thankfully, the wear in this one is very much brightness even when it field tested, which is very, very nice. This still looks clean across the board. You've got that white strip on the top with the little pink arrows, which looks nice, and then you got that pink, blue, and then into the black all over the main gun when you inspect it. Absolutely stellar for this sort of price. And I realized I also want a little bit coin flip for the M4, because we're going for a minimal wear in living color, which is $26. This is again similar to Neon Revolution. Some people absolutely love it, think it's one of the best skins in the game. Other people dislike this like sticker bomb sort of effect on it. It's essentially what it is, all the different animations. But for me, I like it. I think if it's the same with the $300 very nicely, and then obviously it gives you alternative upgrade paths as well if you wanted to in the future. I think in the $200 video, we did a field test Emperor, which would probably be my alternative to this if this isn't your cup of tea. And for the A1S players out there, do not fear. We're going to go for a field tested Hyper Beast, one of the most iconic skins in CSGO. I think, I'm going to say in my opinion, but it's just a fact. This is one of the most iconic skins, Hyper Beast pattern just across the board. You get this in field test. It has light scuffs around it, but outside of that, it looks brilliant. And then for the USP, we're going to spend just over $6. We're going to pick up a minimal wear Cortex. I know there's a lot of different USP options when you get to this like near the $10 price, but I wanted a nice wear version, and I think with the theme that we're going for here, not that it is themed overall, but you can see that we're going for these sort of vibrant skins in this case, and I thought this USP was just nice and fitting for it. We're going to change up the format a little bit this week. Normally we go through the Galils, the Thamuses and stuff, but we're going to go straight to SMGs with a field test up Mac 10 and Neon Rider for just under $10, and this is a brightness skin, so you can pick up a field tested version and it still looks utterly incredible, like you can see here. Absolute winner of a skin. And then for the Tech 9, same skin as last week, but we're jumping up a wear to field test it for the Tech 9 Fuel Injector. I think, oh, this one's got a nice Fnatic sticker on it as well. You love to see it. But for me, this is just a absolute win of a skin for this sort of price you're paying, like just under $4, because again, it's a brightness skin. It sort of changes from the orange to the yellow, or sorry, from the yellow to the orange as you go through the wear. And there's not much else in the price range for a Tech 9 that is as nice as this. And then sticking with the field tested weapons, for the MP9, we're going to pick up the Starlight Protector, which is just this lovely unicorn rainbow effect onto the white. Again, it's a brightness skin. So the closer to the factory you need, the more bright the white actually looks, instead of being like an off-whitey sort of grey. But I think this field-tested version for just under $9 is still really detailed. You've got that with the black and gold on the top. You then got the unicorn on the core with the white and gold with bits of black throughout. Still super clean. And then you're going to go drop about $6 on a nice set of field-tested twin turbo dual Berettas. I think for me, these along with the Melodramas are like just the best dual Berettas out there without paying too much. Like, I think the prices jump up stupidly when you get to the emeralds and stuff. So these are just luscious. The red, the green, the white, it all pops off one another, and it looks the part. I think this might be the first time we spend big on the Scout with $10 going on to a turbo peak. Now, for me, I love, like, I'm going to call it the Rainbow Road effect of the gun with the OE on it. But I'm not a big fan of the cars being on it personally, but I know people adore this skin. So I think with the $300 budget, you might be buying this on your forced buy if you're an alt player. This is worth being included. And then for the P250, we're going to spend just over $7 and pick up a field tested Visions, which I recently bought a minimal wear version of this, and I absolutely love how the color pops. Again, this one we can call personal preference. Some people might not like how it looks in the light or how it doesn't look in the dark, stuff like that. But for me, I think this along with the See You Later is like a perfect P250 skin in this price range, and you can go for field test it in this. And again, it's a brightness detailed one, so it doesn't look scuffed. For the Galil, I found myself having to pick the Eco because I think I've used the chromatic aberration in 3 videos in the past week and a half, so I had to change it up. So we've gone for a field test Eco for $5.65. This is a more original CS skin. It is that basic approach, but it's got like the Recycle logo on it. It's got the Eco on it. You can see that. It's just a clean green and white, which if you're a white inventory or green inventory, this is a very good pickup. Now, I am prepared for the criticism that I'm spending $17 for a field test of 5.7, and for which one I'm going for is the Fairy Tale, because again, brightness, so it looks clean, and there's no marks all over it. I know, again, we're going super hit and miss on this video, super coin flip skins, because some people love the color pop on this and like the fact that it's like an animated horse, unicorn, whatever, but then other people see it as an anime skin and flat out want to avoid it. But I think when you're spending this sort of money, this is a perfect one. The alternative would be similar to the $200 video, you can pick up an Angry Mob, but once again, it runs into that same sort of conversation. It's just not as pink. For the FAMAS, we're going to pick up a minimal wear I Have Athena for just under $10. This is honestly kind of sick looking. I've never really paid much attention to this skin at all, but it looks the part when you inspect it. You see those eyes looking at you. You don't really see them normally when holding the gun, but you can see the feathers and everything on it. This is one that I think we've been stuck using Mecha Industries, so we're able to spend a little bit more this time with the 300, and this is what I'm going to recommend picking up. And then on to the second last skin, we're going to pick up a Cyrex Field Test at SG. The wear can start to show in this. It is mostly brightness, so however, but you can see little bits of wear on it. It's just not as bright, but I think we've been using like the Dragon Tech, the Darkwing, the Cyber Force quite a lot, so I wanted something different in this case. But those versions I just listed are alternative you can use, but people seem to like the Cyrex skin, so we're going to slot it in for $5.50. And then finally, we're going to spend $10 on an AUG and pick up the Death by Puppy, which I believe these have unique patterns on it, so you might be looking at something slightly different than mine. But again, it's just a really clean color pop. It's a shame that the AUGs don't get like the colored scopes all the time, because I think that would look amazing on it. But that's going to round off our $300 inventory video. So we are jumping up a little bit, and we will have a 400 and then a 500 coming up, along with the weekly themed videos, or sorry, the daily themed videos we're doing, where we're currently going through $50, and we'll soon go on to $100 for the themes of like red, blue, green, white, black, and so on and so on. So guys, let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite skin from this entire collection that we've just shown. I think the total was, it is 18 different skins coming in at $303.50, so it's $3.50 over, but I think within that margin, like that's less than, it's just over 1% over, so I don't think that we're going to complain too much about that. But I say, let me know what your favorite is. Let me know if you think I've missed any out, and then if you have a preference on any themes for the upcoming videos, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and love to have you guys involved. We do also have a Discord link down below if you want to join that, join the community. You're very welcome to it. We can talk about CS, C Sports, skins, all that all day long. But as I say, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.